So we are seeing this game of Robert James Fischer, Bobby Fischer. We will see he played in Simel, okay, Fischer to Simel, Montreal, and it was played in 1964. So Fischer was giving Simel to so many players, and this is one of it. So let's see. Okay, the opponent's name was Gilles Jobin, and it was played in 1964. So let's see the game. So Fischer starts with e4. His opponent plays e5. Now knight c3, knight f6, g3. So Fischer played very simple game. Okay, he's just I think just waiting for the opponent's mistake. So d5, opponent has got the chance to control the center, and he's doing well. Okay, this is one of the a good move. If your opponent is not controlling center square, you should try to do it. So it's fine. He did well. E cross d5, and then a knight cross d5. And here, normally bishop g2 is a normal move here, but Fischer played no different move. See, queen e2. So giving some threats on this open file, attacking the pawn which has no support. So he has started asking some questions. He has started giving some threats to his opponent who is not so experienced. So let's see what did he play. Okay. Now here, which is the best move? If you are a good player, you would play something like this, knight c6. Okay. But as I said, he was not the professional player, or I don't know, but he was playing the simul. Okay. And here he played f6, which is not that good move. Okay. Normally, we shouldn't open the king from this side. Normally, we should try to move the pieces which can control more squares. And that's why this was a better move than the pawn move. Pawn is only controlling two, giving support to it, but you are opening the king on this side as well. That's the problem. So bishop g2, Fischer made second attack on this and only one support. So one more threat. Again, he has to do something. And his opponent has understood now, if I want to do something against Fischer, I have to start to exchange piece. And that's what he did, which is okay. Not bad strategy, I would say. So knight b4 was the best move here, okay, giving some threats on this side. But here he captures this. So knight cross c3. I told you why. To have the chance to make a draw. If you exchange more pieces, there is more chance for you to do a draw. It's normally it's like that. So let's see. B cross c3, and then bishop e7. Okay, he could play bishop d6, but yeah, bishop e7 is also, I guess, okay. But see, if you play bishop d6, that would have been better. Okay, because then you have the second support to this. Anyway, he played this. Now what happens? One attack. Okay, one more attack on this pawn, and second, he has now prepared for castle. So development of the knight, preparing to do castle, attacking the knight, this pawn. So knight f3. After that, knight d7. Now knight c6 is a normal move, but he is, I think, worried about this attack afterwards on this knight. So he thought, okay, I don't want this knight to be here, but which is not a good idea. Okay, I don't think he wants to go here, but the main thing, I think, because of this, the bishop can attack afterwards. So he played knight d7, but this is the problem is, you're blocking your pieces, which is not good. You are not supposed to block your own pieces if you have options. Yeah, if you don't have option, it is okay. Okay, so here knight d7 is a bad move. It's a passive move. What happened after that? Yes, now Fischer wants to open the game. Okay, his opponent's king is still in the center, and he played that d4, which is the correct move. The idea, if the opponent capture, you can capture, and you will have single pawn, which is better than having double pawn. Plus, this is now looking like a weakness. You already have two attacks on it. Opponent has two support. So if you make one more attack, it's a very good chance that you can get a either pawn free, or you get some advantage, like your pieces will control more squares in the center. He made castle. Okay, he thought that the king safety is more important, which is okay, we can understand. After castle, Fischer made castle. Okay, so Fischer also did the same thing. Castle, he made the king safe, and now the rook is active. Rook can come out. Bishop d6. Now see, you had to waste one more. I told you before, he should have played directly bd6. Fischer made this move idea c5. See, this is one of the idea, and if the bishop moves, then he's going to capture. That's the main idea now. c5, c6. Here, his opponent captured c cross d4, and that's what Fischer wanted. He wanted to open the position. So knight cross d4, and you can see now Fischer's bishops are like very good now. Okay, and even the queen is controlling. So it's looking very nice. Even the knight can also attack very nicely. He can give a fork. Okay, so there are lots of threats you can see. What to do? He played this one. Okay, now the main idea behind it, you can say, stopping this threat. Okay, so knight and bishop now are controlling this e6, so which is okay. And plus, these are double pawns of Fischer. So he wanted to block it, which is correct. You have to block with one of the piece, and the knight is a very good blockader. So he put the knight in front of it. So it was okay. Yeah. Other than that, you could even move the knight over here. Knight e5 and attack directly to this pawn. But it's okay. He played this. After that, Fischer made attack on the knight because he didn't like that knight is blocking this. Here, rook e8 was the best move. Okay, if you have the chance to control the open file, you could do that. He didn't do anything like that. He played c6. So he wanted to get the bishop out. His main problem was that the pawn has no support. Okay, after white captures, this pawn can be captured. So he couldn't move this. So that's why he thought what to do, how to solve this problem, and he played this one. So c6. But this is a dubious move because I told you in the opening, you have limited time. Okay, you have to develop your pieces like better than the opponent. You have to develop more pieces than the opponent in a same amount of time, or you can say for first 10 moves, 15 moves. In that time, if you don't do so many pieces moves, and if you just move pawn moves, then you cannot control so many squares. So that's a big problem afterwards. So c6, here Fischer is moving his pieces. You can see the difference. The good player, they always prefer the pieces and not the pawn. So rook a d1, that's what I told you. He would like to come here, and now the knight can move somewhere, and there can be threats to either bishop or knight. So let's see what happens. Queen c7, and yes, his opponent understood that problem and he moved the queen out of that file. Okay, but still the damage is already done. You already have some threats. White can do something. So let's see what did Fischer do here. Fischer played this knight b3. What is the idea? The idea is if you try to capture this, then the bishop can capture and then bishop can give this fork. So you can't take it. And now if you can't take it, then you have to give support because now there are two attacks and only one support. So how to save it? The only move you can say is b6. That's what he played, b6. He gave support. Now Fischer has the choice to make double pawn after capturing everything over here. Or he can think of some other move like, this. Queen d2, he played this one. Queen d2, the idea is, of course, this one. There are now two attacks on the bishop, one support. So what to do is thinking, the opponent is thinking, and he played the best move here. Bishop e7 is better. Okay, you have to get rid of this problem. And after bishop e7 now, okay, he has two attack, two supports here, but at least not a basic or big problem here. And now here, Fischer captured, knight cross c5. So his opponent captured with this. He doesn't want to capture with the bishop, which was correct. Yeah. So b cross c6. Both the players have double pawn, so it's not so bad. But here now Fischer already started attacking the weaknesses of the opponent, and he played queen e3. Now, which is the weakness? There are two different weaknesses you can say. One is here, see, and yeah, he made attack on this as well. Yeah, he has attack already here. If the queen moves somewhere, and here he played this. Okay, opponent played bishop f5. He said, okay, you take one of the pawn. I will also attack on your pawn. So I'll get one of this one. So bishop f5, idea bishop cross c2. What to do? Fischer captured this one. Bishop cross c5.